Hi everybody, welcome to Jana's Crochet Journey. Today is Friday, April 19th, 2024. Yay, it's Friday. How's everybody doing? Welcome new, returning, and future subscribers. I just wanted to pop on quick, I know I say that every time, to show what I've been working on. Something I started new, like really quick last night, so there's not much of it to show, but I wanted to share the pattern, and I have a finished object. I still need to get working on my mosaic again, but with this one blanket finished, now I kind of want to pull that to the front and get working on it. And of course, blankets, and more blankets. I do have a pattern picked out for a beach bag type. I don't know if it's beach bag, market bag, whatever, that I'll use cotton for. I need to write down the directions. I don't want to say who it's by, so I'll just wait until I actually start it. But anyways, first thing is I have been putting some time on my From the Middle crochet by Yarn Inspirations free pattern. This time around I am using a 5.5 millimeter hook, and my inspiration was the Craft Smart Value stripes in the color River Gorge. This one here, I think the colors are pretty. And then I used up some Premier yarn in the color Aqua and Mary Maxim in the color Teal. And then I have navy blue and light blue Millen scraps that I've also been putting into it. This is the last skein of this one, and then I'll finish up what little scraps I have left, and then I'm calling it done. So right now this is what it looks like, and I'll just hold it up, and this is like 7 double crochets make up like what I call a shell. So I just finished this solid color here, and then of course it's variegated. So I think I will use the rest of this next, and then I'll use the full last skein of the ombre, and then I have this mess, and then I'll just use it a couple times around until it's down to a scrap ball size, and then this one will be finished. It's once you get it going, it's pretty much a 2-row repeat. I can watch TV, I don't have to think about it too much. And I love the blues and the teals. So this is probably a pattern I will do more than the 2 times that I can say I've done it once this is done. So let me put this back in my basket. Okay, and then yesterday I started another blanket. Go figure. I get emails with patterns from I Like Crochet. I don't know how I came across it, but I signed up to receive emails, and I look on the patterns that I get, and some of them are like okay, but this one, similar to what I'm doing now, but back and forth. So I went ahead and printed it, and it's called Crisscross Crochet Shells Throw by I Like Crochet, and they used Red Heart Super Saver in the color light raspberry, baby pink, and white in a 4.5 millimeter hook. This is what the pattern looks like. I did not want to use these colors, so I ended up grabbing, for the light raspberry, I grabbed the color Wine by Big Twist. Then for the baby pink, to me, which is like the medium, I grabbed Medium Gray. And then for the white for her, I also grabbed White. So these are the three colors that I'm using. And we all know the specs on Big Twist, so I'm not going to bore you. But instead of the 4.5 millimeter hook, I am using the 5.5. And my starting chain, I used a 6.5 because it never fails that when I'm done, my bottom chain is a little tighter than the top end when I finish. So I went up a full hook size instead of half a hook size, hoping that it makes a difference. So I've only just started, so I don't have much. And I even stopped in the middle of a row, which I don't like to do for a video, but I have the time to get this up, so I wanted to do so. So in the pattern, 5 double crochets are a shell, where from the middle, 7 double crochets are a shell. And this blanket is worked in a multiple of 6 plus 2, so you could change the size. And she started out with a chain of 158, and even though I went up a hook size, I am sticking with the pattern completely because I am hoping to get a little more drape and flowiness in the blanket. And I've only started row 3, I think. 3 or 4. But again, not a lot, but I wanted to share in case somebody wanted to do it as well. Now, I read through the directions first, and I was a little like, because you're crisscrossing double crochets. You're doing 1 in the last double crochet of a shell, chaining 1, double crocheting in the first of the next shell, chaining 1, so on, so on. And then when you come back through with this row, your shell is going in that chain 1 space of the 2 double crochets, which I have never done it this way before. So I was a little on the fence about the X or crossing the double crochets, but it's not that bad. I'm doing it. So this is what I'll be working on when my video is uploading. You can see the crisscrosses. It doesn't really look like an X, but this is how I'll keep going. And it's a 4-row repeat by the time you're done. And it tells you when to change your colors to get the pattern to, you know, look like the picture. So that's another little different thing that I decided to give a shot. And the last thing that I have to show is I finished the throw blanket that I was working on. Now, the starting chain, I used a 10 millimeter hook. The blanket's done in an 8 millimeter. I started with 90 chains. I used Yarn Bee Purely Fresh, which was clearance from Hobby Lobby 3 years ago. Like, I can't remember. I should have looked on their site to see if they're still carrying it. Just like maybe they changed something about it, or for whatever reason why they clearance out their things. But I didn't. And I have the colors Peacockle, Spice, Charcoal, and Plum. This blanket is a total of 17 skeins because each skein is only 50 yards. And no pattern. I just used single crochets and half doubles. However I felt like doing that row, that's what I did. Nothing particular. If you have this yarn, it is so soft. I loved working with it. And if I had more to do it again, I would use a bigger hook because I was hoping to have more drape. And this blanket is very heavy. So well, it's not exactly warm right now here in New York, but when the next winter comes around or fall, this is going to be a nice blanket. I was going to measure it and I forgot. I did not put a border on it. I mean, could be a little wonky. You can feel the bumps where I did the colors, but the blanket's staying in the house because I love how soft this is. So I would recommend that because I did the chain in a 10, blanket in an 8, I would probably do the blanket in at least a 10 if I ever came across this yarn again, which I probably won't. But so I finished. There was no special way that I chose the colors. I just had more skeins of some colors than others, so I just tried to do it random. So if I stand up, I'm 5'7", the blanket is like right around my chin down to the top of my feet. So there's the end, and then the spice is this color here. So that kind of jumps out because I didn't have too much of it. And that's the other end. So it's nice. I like it. My arms are tired just holding it for that little bit. This is some heavy yarn, and if you have it in your stash, I would suggest you use it because it's so soft. All right, my friends, I'm not going to take up more of your precious time than I need to. I appreciate everyone popping in to see what I've been up to. Please like, subscribe, and share if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.